guys, and welcome back here to the Dev Realm, and today we're gonna be carrying on our simple survival series. And if you guys remember what we did on the last episode, is that we have created a generation of items and resources that the player can collect. And also what we're gonna be doing today here is that we're gonna be creating the main menu. But first, there is a bug that keeps popping up on the player survival controller. I think that's when you handle the item, which is here, I guess, when the player interacts with the actor. For some reason, this here is throwing an error as you interact with the actor. So, but I don't understand, like, because we're checking if it's valid or not. So if that happen again, I'll try to fix that issue. But if someone fix it, have fixed it, just leave in the comments where you found that, because it keeps popping up and I'm not sure why that's happening exactly. But anyway, let's start to bring the main menu. Right, so we already have our game, right? And by the way, guys, if you wanna, feel free to add water to this, or add trees, whatever you want. Feel free to change it as you go. Now, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go back to my main folder, levels, right click, I'm gonna create a main menu level, right? And this main menu level, I don't want it to be black. I'm just gonna do in a, because that has like all the, it's everything black. I'm gonna actually press Control N, open up here the basic, and I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna call main menu. Because in this way you already have the lights and everything. Cool. Now what you're gonna do here is that we're gonna create a folder called main menu level, right? And in here we're gonna just create a new game mode here. What is it? Game mode. Blueprints. I think I have to do it here. Yeah, it's gonna create a called GM main level, and now in here is gonna ask what poem do you like to use. So I'm gonna create here a character, and maybe I'm gonna create a character called BP main level character. And then I'm gonna open up this guy, right? And I'm gonna search for my player, and I'm just gonna copy a couple of things. The first thing I wanna copy is that the mesh. I just wanna use the same mesh here, and I wanna use the same animation in there, right? Now I'm just gonna fix his position to be right. And I'm gonna just drag him down a little bit. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna even copy the spring arm. I'm gonna paste it in here. Where does that need to be? Inside the capsule? Yes, inside the capsule. Paste, right? And all I'm gonna do is that the spring arm, I'm gonna put it to, let's say, 100. This is very close. Maybe let's just put this to a little bit farther than that. And on the player here, I'm gonna copy the camera, and I'm gonna paste the camera right here inside the spring arm, right? And I think I can lower the location. I can lower, no, I need that rotation, but I just need to lower the rotation of the camera. That won't work. Let me see, there is a height that you can have. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to 100 or minus 100. Nice. Now I'm gonna play with the rotation on the X. Actually, that's not one. What I want to do, okay, I'm gonna put 0, 0, 0. Gonna rotate this here like that. Just make sure it's aligned to, which it isn't. Cool, 180. Now the camera rotation 0. So I want it to face my player, and I probably want to do something like that. And the camera, I'll probably want to do something like this, 40. Yeah, this is just so it's gonna be like I'll show you what I mean. So what's gonna be is that when you press play, and also I'm gonna put this character inside the player palm, and on our level we just need to add this main level right here. File and save, press play. I should be able to see the character, and that's exactly what I want. I just want this with a menu, and that's it. And now what you can do here is that, you know, you could see more or less where it was the player. So the player would be here, and I would like to leave you guys to decide how you want to have your starter menu. But because this is like a tutorial, I just want to make sure we don't spend too much time with this. So I'm just gonna add like a tree behind him, something like that. You know, twos. I'm gonna search for a house. Do I have a house? Yeah, I have a house there, so I can like rotate the house right here. Let's put it right there. Oh, not like this. Maybe if I press play. Oh, it's because it's facing the other way around. I forgot about this. So I'm just gonna rotate and bring stuff back. Wait, where is the character start? The player start? Here. Well, I'm just gonna rotate him then, because I don't wanna 180. Let's see. But that's the character. So where is him pointing from? Maybe behind them. Okay. Nice, better. Alright. It's a little bit of a try and error. Is you could of course put the player down there and just see where he is actually playing, but so you have the trees and everything, so we know that the corner of the house more or less is where he's at. And no, this is too much. I'm just gonna put this back to 1, better. And we could find like I don't know, we can add some events like some waves. Would that show here? Yeah, show some waves. Wind splash, and you have some wind stuff coming up, and you guys got the idea. Anyway, I'm not gonna spend more time with this. That's all I need. Right, I'm gonna create here also a player controller called BP main level, right? And I'm gonna assign that player controller to this guy right there, the player controller, right? Now I'm gonna create a UI, and this is gonna be WBP main level, right? And let me have a look how we're gonna do this. So we're gonna add a canvas right there, and we need a vertical box. We need a vertical box, and we are gonna align this here 0, and we're gonna put 0.5 to 0.5. Right, so stay exactly in the center. Right, now I'm gonna do something like this. I'm just gonna increase the size. So you're gonna put that 0, 0, 0, and maybe 0.5 here. I'm gonna put this one in 1, just so, oh, actually 0, so it stays there. Cool. Now let's find a button here. Button. Let's just put it a button right here. Actually, we have a button in icon. Cool. So actually, no, let's just use a button. My button. So we're gonna copy and paste. So we're gonna have a play button and we're gonna have an exit, right? Now we're gonna have here a title, which is gonna be, no, that's the wrong thing. It's just title simple. And I want that to be go inside my box, put it here. And now we need to find a name for our game, which is gonna be the survival realm or something. I don't know. Let's put this 40. This is a big name, big size, good. Now I think we can align this back on the bottom of the screen. Fill. There we go, yeah. So we need to make sure this one is all fill, and then we align that here. How do we do that? There you go. Okay, I'm gonna just delete that play button. And I want to, well, actually, I'm gonna wrap this with vertical box. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the vertical box being aligned to the bottom, and that's it. And now I'm gonna put here a play, and here's gonna be exit, right? And what you're gonna do here is that you're just gonna type the button called exit, and this one here is gonna be play. Let's see if we can find a decent icon for this. So the crop out sample, top down, DevRam UI. We're gonna go back to texture. Let's go back to icons, and let's search for, I don't know, let's put the X when you press play, and when you exit, let's put the home icon. Cool. And now let's press play. Now you're gonna be able to see this, yeah. Actually, I want to see my character face, which is quite funny. So I'm just gonna put this on the left. I'm gonna put like this. What is it? Nice. And maybe I can put this to 0 or 1. Yeah. And then I can do something like that. Actually, I need the UI to be here. Now compile and save this stuff. Gonna go back to our controller that we just added right here. Let's open up our main here, the main level. Now I'm gonna create a widget. And I'm gonna create this WBP main level, blah blah blah. We're gonna promote to a variable called the UI, and we're gonna add to the viewport. Cool. Now if I press play, look at that, we can press play, we can press exit, we have the name of the game, which is quite cool. I feel like it's cool. Now what we can do is we can make sure that the play button, the exit button does actually something. So the first one we're gonna do is exit, and we're gonna bind event on button clicked. What we can do here is that we can create a custom event and call exit game exit, and I'm gonna get the play button, and we're gonna call bind event as well on button clicked. Sorry, I press unbind, bind event on button clicked. Plug it right here, and we can press a custom event called play, right? Play game. Alright guys, yeah, so to quit the game, we're just gonna call a node called quit, right? And because we could pass the controller, we don't have any, we just have one player, so you don't need to do this. And you can even have the back, like you could do a background quit, but we're just gonna press quit. And this one, the play button, we are gonna actually load a level or something. And actually we're gonna load the level by instance, by object reference. The level that we want to load here is called survival. That's the one that we created right here. Remember, if you go back to levels, that's this one here. You can also load by name, but it's better if you load by that. The location is, I think, where would you like the player to be loaded at, and if you have a streaming class. Right now we don't, so I think we can just press play and see if we press play that actually works. It does work, which is good. So we actually need to load as option level, load level by instance. I think it's just called load level by instance, level by name. That's the wrong one. We're loading streaming. Sorry, we don't want to load streaming. We want to load just the level. If you load the streaming, basically you're gonna stream a new level to your player, but we don't want to do this. We just want to load the player level. So if I press play, that should in theory work. Make it visible, complete. Let's check why that's not working. Let me have a look. Hi guys, yeah, so I forgot that we have to use something called open level by object reference, because there is, yeah, we just need to open the level. We are trying to load the level into the same place. We don't want to do this. We just want to do this. Absolutely, if it's true, reset. Yeah, okay. If it's options, okay. I just want to load everything here. Cool. If I press play there, it loads my character here. Now we need a way to go back. So the way, one thing as well I forgot is on the player controller here, right? This one, we need to set show mouse cursor to false and set game mode. Sorry, set mode. No, I think that's it. We don't need to set the game mode. So let's have a look. Because now, oh no, okay. Oh no, that's actually right. Sorry, we just need to mark as true. There you go. So it shows the cursor. And we can press exit, we can press play. If we press play, it loads the character here. And now we can, pick up our items and stuff. Now the next thing I want to do here is I want to create an exit button. So when the player gets out, it can actually exit and do stuff. I think I'm having a collision issue with those items in here. I don't know what is going on exactly, but I can probably have a look on this. But anyway, right now, so if you want to do that, it's really easy. All you got to do is that we need to go back to the levels. Let's load the content, top down, maps. Let's load this one here so we can see what we're doing. And my idea is that when we press P, I want to show up a menu saying exit. That's it. That's all I want to do. So we need to create for this a new input, and this action here, it's gonna be called where blueprints, character, player, inputs, and it's gonna copy and paste this, and I'm gonna call this pause, right? We're gonna add this here. So we're gonna add that right here, and just gonna put the pause button, and in here just gonna type actually I'm gonna actually press P in here. Cool, nice. Now we need to open up our controller, and let's do that on the player controller. Oh, that's the wrong place. Now I want to get this, and I want to call this event here I pause blah blah blah. Now we need to create the event on the widget. So let's go back to the player widget and do that stuff. Let's open up the widget. And what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to create any fancy stuff. I'm just going to add a button. And sorry, button on here. And I'm going to wrap it with horizontal, sorry, a vertical box. And I'm going to put this vertical box on the center of the screen. And I'm going to put them like 0.5 to 0.5, whatever. Now I'm going to maybe size this to content. And I'm going to call this exit. And I'm going to create another one called resume, right? And I will add a gap between them to maybe 10. 10 is good. And the first one is going to say resume, right? Another one is going to be called exit. And they require icon. Doesn't necessarily need icon, but let's add it since it's already there. Let's go back to our texture, icons, and let's put the exit to this and the resume to that, right? Compile and save, great. Now we have those buttons. Actually, I mistyped, so resume game, and the other one is going to be exit. I have accidentally reversed the order. Now, when we start this, we need to bind those events. So we're going to get an exit, we're going to get the resume game, and first one, let's bind event on button clicked. And the same one for this guy right here, right? So let's do it. So when the player exit, we're going to create a custom event, exit, and player exit, whatever. And we're going to open a level by name, open level by object reference, which is going to be the main menu. And if the guy resumes the thing, so we're going to create a custom event, and oh, that's fine. Resume game, or game resume. And what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to get this vertical box called pause game, and I'm going to create here an event called custom event API show pause hide. That's it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this. I'm going to set visibility, and for this I'm going to create a branch, right? What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to create another variable called pause game menu on or open. I'm going to plug it here. Pause menu show. It's just called show. If it's true, we're gonna set to false, and we are gonna set the visibility to collapsed. But if it's false, we want it to set to true, and we want to make sure this guy here it's visible. So in this way, we only call one function. We don't have to call multiple things, and we can go back to our survival controller. We can get the main widget, or get widget. How do we call this? Player widget. And we can call this once it's complete. And let's see if that's gonna work. So if I press play, I can press resume. So it doesn't stop doing that. Press P. It's not doing anything. Let's check why. Is it actually triggering this? Let's have a look. I think I know why. It's because the pose is false, so it's just something to do with the order. We just need to set the visibility of this by default by false or collapsed. And I press P. It's actually not getting my input here. So why is that not happening? So if I do on trigger, okay. Well, let's check here if we done anything wrong. So let's go back to our inputs. Let's go here and let's check if that's added properly. It is added properly. It's not saved. So rotation, have I rotate? Okay, we changed. We added on the wrong one. It's just called mouse wheel down, and then this one is mouse wheel up. Cool. Now it should work. This should be working fine. As you can see, that works. So if I press P, open up. If I do that, this is doing something weird. So open. Alright. So I think it's doing something. What I'm gonna do here is, for some reason, it has some weird behavior here. So I'm gonna create here a custom event called open widget. Open pose widget. And I'm gonna create another one called custom event close pose widget, right? We're gonna plug this one here, and if it's false, we're gonna close the widget. If it's up, we're gonna do, no, it's the other way around, sorry. It's like that. Now, what I can do from here, well, actually, to be honest, this is just overcomplicating stuff. Let's just do one to open close. And what we do here is that we just close the widget, and on the player here, you just open the widget once it's complete, and that should work properly. I think it was working, it's just that I was using that on the trigger, but anyway, it has the same effect. So if I press P, it doesn't do anything. I have to actually press resume. But as you guys can see now, I can press, for example, exit, comes back, I can press play, I go back to my game, like, okay, cool, I want to quit, press P and press exit, and there you go, guys. I think that concludes this series for us. I think just a quick note, what you can actually do with this is that you can find some better way of the collisions that we have on the items right now. They are a little bit like, we need to investigate why that's not working properly sometimes. But I think overall we have a very solid game. We have a bunch of stuff that works. We have a generation of landscape. You go introduced by some concepts where you have, you know, so many things here that you've been introduced to that is very hard to find. And also this is like almost a complete game. Like you can actually use this as a base to build your own stuff on top of this. You can do some refinements on this, and you know the amount of like complicated things we have. Like we have a house, you can build a house. You can do all sorts of placement stuff on this, and the game has checks. It makes sure you have to check for items and all sorts of things. So once again, if you like this series, if you appreciate it, you know, just consider yourself subscribing to the channel, consider yourself like watching other series as well, and recommending the video and giving suggestions for new things that you want to see here. But once again, thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Hi guys, yeah, so just one quick thing here that I found out that just why that bug was happening. It's because after you have interaction with the actor, what happened is, let's say, okay, you interact with this tree, you press the interaction button and you leave, it will start to do it will have some weird behavior effect like this. It's gonna do this issue here that we've been seeing this since from the beginning of the series. So all you gotta do here is they just need to make sure it's valid again in here, because it may not be valid by the point that you leave touching the actor by the time you walk away. So that should in theory be just working fine now for us. So we shouldn't see this bug anymore. As you can see, now it is, oh yeah, that's the wrong one. What we need to do here is not the actor, sorry, is the, how's it called, interaction actor. Yes, we need to make sure the interaction actor is valid here as well. So if I compile and save this, we should be able to have now like a interactor required. All this stuff is required. There's this stone here as well, and we shouldn't have this error anymore, which is really good. So now we have all this stuff here that can come back and interact with us. Yeah guys, so yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, see you guys around.